there was a Sunday where I came home, and it was probably 4 or 5 months into the transition, and Kimberly, my wife, just asked me, how was the day, after the 3 services? And I said, it was great. The services were rich and they were full, and it just seems like in so many ways our church is flourishing. And she asked me, she said, are you surprised? And I said, yeah, I think a little. I mean, I don't know what I thought this was going to be. Obviously, I knew that there was a faithful congregation here, and I hoped that 6 months in, a year in, we could say that we were, by God's grace, flourishing. And yet at the same time, in that moment, I just realized God has been so gracious to us. He has carried us and continues to carry us. And there really is a church here that He's formed for His glory. We're coming up on the year anniversary of us rolling off from being a campus of the village to being a new local church here in Denton. And so the last year's been remarkable. It's been a wonderful year. There were so many ideas and hopes and even thoughts about what could be if we were to take a campus and roll it off into a local church. And over this last year, some of those ideas and thoughts and theories have just become reality for us as we've seen, by God's grace, our congregation flourish and more and more and more be made into just a faithful witness here in our city. So one of the things we've talked about from day one, even the language we've used, is just wanting to be a city of God's people within the city of Denton. That kind of comes from Matthew 5, where Jesus said to His followers, hey, you are a city on a hill. He said, you're the salt of the earth, the light of the world, and so let your light shine brightly like a city on a hill, that all may see and give glory to your Father in heaven. And so that's really been our hope, that through our love for God, as we strive to know and love and treasure God with all of our hearts and strive to love our neighbors and serve them, that He would make us a city within this city, a community of His people that reflects to this community His love and His goodness and His character and His grace through us. One of the most significant implications of the transition has been just the ownership that our members have been compelled into. Where, as it were, we were sort of like the kids that moved out of the parents' house, and we looked around and said, oh, okay, well, this is now our responsibility, that there's no staff member for this, there's no staff member for that. This is us. And so to watch the church respond to that with all of her giftedness and all of her passion, led along by the elders and deacons, has just been a real joy, that as we've multiplied out, that the Lord has really provided us and in many ways forced upon us the privilege and the responsibility to serve one another and to own the ministry of this local church together in a way that we just hadn't before. And in many ways, we couldn't when we were a campus. One of the hopes we have is just to see more and more men and women raised up, trained up, sent out to gospel ministry in local churches here in North America and then all across the globe to serve and reach the marginalized, the unreached with the gospel. And so that's a big hope and a prayer that we'd see more and more of that over the next number of days and years the Lord gives us together.